Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be taking a search through this half pound of foreign coins, looking for anything out of the ordinary, but I already see a Ukrainian coin, possible silver coin, and some other interesting history, and I often go back and edit in any interesting, relevant surrounding information after I've searched the coins, because there's always some questions that are raised. So let's pour this bag out and see what treasures we can uncover today. Before we get into this grab bag, I want to thank MA Shops for sponsoring this video. Their online marketplace, mashops.com, has a great selection of ancient US and world coins, paper money, stamps, and more. They've got a really good reputation, easy to use site, and they work with trusted dealers, so it would be a mistake to not head on over there and be aware of this awesome source for coins. Hopefully you can find something for your collection there, and with that being said, thanks to them again for sponsoring it, and let's get into the grab bag. And we'll get started. Maybe we'll go a little bit of left to right, and I don't even recognize this design. It looks sort of classic, but it is much older. Netherlands Antilles 2014 1 golden, and I've actually never seen any of their modern coinage, so that's pretty fascinating. I'm not sure who, it seems to be worn away, but also surprising to have a coin this circulated. Like, it doesn't look like it was damaged. It just looks like it's seen a lot of wear in the past 8 years or so. So would love to know more about that coin. I think I have a good grasp on this one, though. 1977, 5 pesetas from Spain. Even though it says 1975 there, you can tell the year because of what's inside of that star. So that's pretty fun fact, maybe you could say. And wow, this one is a 2 cents from Australia. And initially I thought that it was a clip planchet, and it still might be. But the thing is, there's no weakness on this side, and normally that's called the Blakesley effect, where 180 degrees across there is a little bit of weakness. I mean, there could be an argument to be made that it's slightly thinner there. Actually, you know what? I maybe do see a little bit of a thinning, but tell me, I've never really found an error before. So do you think that that is a clip planchet, a genuine error, or do you think that it's just something that happened post-mint? I would be interested in hearing your thoughts. After that, we'll pick back where we left off. Looks like we have a 2 new pence over here, and I might do a little quick check. So it looks like we have another one with the now late Queen Elizabeth II, and as I look around, there's a few more Queen Elizabeth II. This one has some nice luster on it, back from 1967 with the seated Britannia figure, so that is pretty cool. And let's see if there's more, because there always is, and I don't want to take up too much time. Another 3 new pence, and that's a currency that's seen a lot of depreciation recently. Here is sort of the newer 2 pence, and then this is a halfpenny, but what you have to understand, this one's actually from 1906. Before 1970, there were 240 pennies, so 480 of these in £1, whereas this, it's on a base 100 system, so the effective value, this would be like, maybe in the modern day, I'm trying to think, it would be, just more impactful than, well, actually, I think it would be the inverse. Sorry. Excuse me. This is like 1/50th of a pound. This is 1/480th. So just interesting to see the effective inflation that we can see on the coins as their metal count sort of declines relative to their face value. This one's really cool. I've never seen one of these. It's a Rwanda, because it says République Rwandaise, 20 francs, 20 francs. The National Bank of Rwanda, 1977. Fascinating. This might be, I don't even know if I have a coin from Rwanda in my personal issuing entity typeset. So that might be a new addition to that. Very exciting. And I think that that's one of the really nice things about world coins in general, is that you can collect them on so many different metrics, and they don't have to be super expensive, but there's still a lot of depth. Here we have a 2011. That's the Ashoka Lion pillar, 2 rupees from India. We've got a Mexican coin right here with a nice, and I think that's Teotihuacan, but I'm not sure. I would be curious where this pyramid is. If it's near Mexico City, that MO is the Mexican city mint mark, where the Casa de Moneda, the House of Money in Spanish, has been minting since 1535. And it seems like we've gotten 2 Rwandese coins, or Rwandan coins. Really fascinating. This one's much more worn down, so it's interesting. I don't know if those got in here and traveled together effectively or not. This one is a nice lustrous 1967. Looks like a half crown with a little bit of scratching or damage up there. But again, a long legacy and history for Queen Elizabeth II. Very sad that she's passed away. Here we have a Uruguayan 100. N normally means like nuevo peso, so if there's a currency reform, I'll update you if I have any knowledge as to what that currency reform was or what the gaucho symbol is. And then we go back to Madagascar, French-controlled, really pretty planchet, 1948. Love to see one of these uncirculated 2 franc coin. Moving on, we've got a shilling from the United Kingdom. We've got Taiwan 10 new dollars with, I believe, Chiang Kai-shek, who's a important figure in that country. I believe that has to do something with independence from China, but I could be wrong. And then we've got the King Edward the Seventh and a King George the Sixth. Edward was after him came succeeded by King George V, and then King George VI, and then Queen Elizabeth, and now King Charles III, I believe. Over here, this one looks like it could be silver, and there we see King George VI. This could be Indian, and it's not. Wow, Fiji, 1942, and that is incredible. It's a really cool boat-looking figure, and the other thing that I'm noticing immediately is that S right there is actually going to mean San Francisco, because Fiji, did not have the capabilities to be producing coins in the challenges of the World War II. There was tons of fighting in the Pacific, and so, this confirms, I guess, that the United States stepped in and produced silver coinage for them, and could be much more coinage than that as well. But we know, we have a silver example in front of us. Here we've got a 1 shilling from Austria, a 10 yen from Japan. That's another one that's depreciated a fair amount. And then we've also got 1992. This looks like 100 drachma, with somebody who looks like he's been on some tetragram coins that I believe say Basileus, like the King Macedonia, but I can't exactly read what that is saying right there. Maybe Alexander. It could be Alexander the Great, because that would make sense. He was a Macedonian king, and I would be pretty impressed. I've been getting into ancient coins recently, and so have had a lot of fun learning about them, and that wouldn't be surprising to me if that was a more modern rendering of Alexander the Great. We got 2008 Jamaican $10, and with George William Gordon, who was executed. He was against possibly revolutionary against the colonial British government, and he was executed during an uprising, and they sort of used it and seized upon it as a way to kill him. Here's 1856, Napoleon III. Shortly into his reign as emperor, I believe he was president from 1848 after that revolution to 1852, but he does seize power and issues lots of coins. Then we've got a Pakistani. I feel like we've gotten a really nice representation of all across the world. 1953 1 pice coin, and this might be another Madagascar. It's Réunion 5 francs, but this is just a testament to the wide range of different places that they ruled, that the French had colonies in, but both aluminum coins, and we've got, continuing the geographic diversity, 50 centimos from Costa Rica, 1948. Moving on, this one definitely caught my eye. It's 2.5 cents from 1881. I have no idea where this is going to be, and it's a Colombian coin with maybe a pestle, or no, it looks like it's some sort of a hat, like a cap of liberty. Libertad is what that says. And that is a tiny coin, but really packs a lot of history, I think. We've also got a 1 forint from Hungary, 2004. Here's our Ukrainian coin, 1992. 5, why am I forgetting it? Because it's not kopecks. It's a 5 denomination. I'll let you know. I'll also talk about the Ukrainian exchange rate. I think it's Hryvnia, Hyrvnia, something like that. But we've got a Filipino 1966 25 centavos shortly after about 20 years after they moved away from the United States. We did have them as a commonwealth at some point. So here's a little history lesson. We've got 2 20 centimes. We've also got 1 franc from 1934, but there was a revaluation that occurred where this would become 1 centime, sort of to lop off 2 zeros on the end of their currency to make it look less inflated. And then here would be 40 francs back then before 1960, or 40 centimes in the new standard. Here, it looks like we've got some silver with a little bit of circulated toning on it. 1934 Panamanian Decimo. This is exactly the same size and silver content as a dime. I believe that says 2.5 grams and 90% fineness. And we've got, very classic portrait Balboa all across the coins from Panama. Then we also have 1896, an earlier Pfennig coin. This is, you see the German Imperial Eagle there, a mint mark for Berlin, but a very small denomination one. And then this one, I actually don't know what country it'll be. Okay, Jamaica, $1 from 1991. And I know who Gordon is. I'm not sure who Sir Alexander Bustamante is, but he lived until 1977. Wow, with the interesting, Bank of Jamaica etched into the side. So let's see. We've got what looks like, here's another probably Dominican Republic coin, 2.5 centavos from 1981, a 1 pesewa. So I don't know actually where this could be. From Ghana. Wow, very interesting. We see the 5-pointed star, very important Ghanaian symbol. And it looks like freedom and justice, I want to say, is what yes, I believe that I can see that properly. Freedom and justice as the slogan on the Ghanaian crest. We've got 1 Rice Pfennig from 1936 from Third Reich, Nazi Germany, with the Imperial Eagle. We've got, let's see, a King George VI, 50% silver, 1937 sixpence, so not worth massive amounts, but still interesting King's monogram and everything. And then we've got a 1955 25-cent coin with Juliana Koningin der Nederlanden, the King of the Dutch. So very, very fun hunt. I think lots of interesting takeaways, multiple silver coins, an older one that was sort of out of the ordinary. We have the Napoleon 1850s pre-Civil War. So lots of great stuff today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll be excited to ask some of those questions and go research them in the next few hours as I edit this video, and I'll look forward to seeing you on my next. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to visit our website, treasuretown.com, to stay up to date on everything going on the channel and possibly get some great deals on coins and collectibles. We look forward to seeing you on our future videos, and best wishes until then.